Well, I've spent a bit of time with this, and well, one thing I've done is I desoldered the photosensitive resistors and put insulation on one leg, on both of them, so that they couldn't short out underneath the heat shrink. But the other thing I've done is I've measured the voltage on my button cells, and they've dropped away quite rapidly. I mean, I've used two, and they're both down to 2.7 volts now. If I you can't see that, but if I do that, that one is vibrating. If I do on that one is also vibrating. So the vibrators work. When I put it on there, LED comes on. I'm guessing that also charges that capacitor. And then, depending on what light hits it, let's bring that light over again. Right, that one is vibrating at the moment. Yeah, that one is vibrating. The other one isn't. Now neither of them are vibrating. So I get the impression it charges up the capacitor, and that's what's actually used to vibrate the motors. I'm guessing. No, it's not doing it now. I've left it alone in here, powered up, and if I shine the light on it now, I've got the light on the camera. On the right's vibrating. Oh, come on. One on the left vibrated just now. Yeah, there we go. The one on the left's vibrating. The one on the right's vibrating. So it really did seem that it needed to charge up the capacitor or something. Because that's all I've done, just left it alone. In the dark. And then I've come in here, got the light on the camera, and that's enough. Hi guys, back again looking at this little FireFly, as they call it. Last night, when I assembled it, I spent about an hour playing around trying to get it to work. And I could get one motor to vibrate, and then I could get the other one to vibrate a little bit, and then nothing would happen. I ended up leaving it in a darkened room, switched on. When you leave it switched on and there's no light, the LED comes on. I don't know how this works specifically. I get the impression the capacitor gets charged up. I may be totally wrong, but having left it in the darkened room, when I came in and shone a torch on it, it worked perfectly. Shine it on that one vibrates. Shine it on that one vibrates. But in daylight, it's not working. So what I'm going to do is finish assembling it, and then set it up in a dark room and see if it works then. I actually left it switched on all night, and this morning, because the battery is flat, so I just changed the battery again. But yeah, if I cover those, the LED comes on. It calls that its breathing mode. And it does actually pulse on and off slowly if the lighting is right. There you go. And then, so say if you shine a light on the right one, it does start vibrating, but it's not going to do it at the moment when we got bright daylight. Just a quick recap. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this all together, but I desoldered these photosensitive resistors, or photoresistors, what you want to call them, and put insulation on one leg, because it doesn't tell you to do that, but I'm pretty sure when you put these heat shrinks over there to cover them, the legs get pushed together and short out anyway. Anyway, so that's the background. What I'm going to do now is bend these up. I don't know if there's a right way and a wrong way. Doesn't appear to be. Looks like it will go either way. Okay. And then we need to stick them on there. That way round, because the motor's glue on there, or stick on there. It does actually show you in the PDF file that I was looking at, shortening these just to keep them to the bare minimum. But I'll leave them as they are for now. The fact these have got holes in them makes me think that one version of this does have alignment screws to hold it all together. But this version, no doubt, is the cheap version. I expect my hands are in the way, but that's all I'm doing is putting the sticky on. And then sticky on the back of this. This really isn't very well designed. Oh, that's just broken off. Huh. Okay, we're going to have to do a bit of soldering there to get that tag back on there. Oh, that wasn't very good. Okay, I'll do that. You don't need to watch that. I'll take it apart, solder that in place, put the sticky pad on the back, and then put that in the middle there. All right, assembled. Let's just see if anything happens if we... I think we're going to have to go in a dark room to try it. Lights coming on. because that's how it worked for me last night when it was in a dark room. I think you can tell we're in the dark. I've got it covered over at the moment. Let's uncover it. There we go. So if I shine a light on it, I'll just check which way it's pointing. Okay, it's looking towards me, so light on. Oh, we moved. Yes, we moved a little bit. I think I've gone above and beyond trying to get this thing to work. I'm just going to put my microphone down there so you can actually hear it buzzing. Right. Oh, that's it. I think we've used up the power. It's got to be stored in that capacitor. I can't think any other reason for it working like this. So I left it there for an hour or so to charge up, and now we got nothing. But it worked briefly. So as I say, I think I've gone above and beyond trying to get this thing to work for us. Yeah, it's not going to do it now. It's got to be that capacitor. Maybe change the capacitor for a bigger one. Give it more power. I can't think of any other reason for it working like that. Yeah, it's not going to do anything now. It's got to charge up again. Back again. I got fed up with trying to get this to work. So I've actually looked at the diagram to figure out how it works. The photosensitive resistors drive the transistors, or switch the transistors on and off, that drive those vibrators. All the rest of this is just about making that LED flash at the back, as far as I can make out, although it must be drawing current while it's doing that. So what I've done is I've lifted up R5. Can we see that? There we are. Come on, focus for me. Yeah, you see I've pulled that one out. R5. Now without that in place, all the back of the circuitry is disconnected. So all we've got left is the photosensitive resistors going through to the transistors to drive them. So if I now bring a light up, you'll see it is working fine. Actually, I would say it was working in reverse, because I thought it should go towards the light, whereas it seems to turn away from the light. Yeah, we stopped. Why have we stopped? Run the battery down by any chance? I think we've run the battery down now. Switch it off for a minute. Give it a chance to rest. Yeah, I think that's what we've done. I think we've run the battery down. But yeah, so the vibrating circuit or the light sensitive bit for turning the vibrators on and off works fine, because I've disconnected the rest of the circuitry. The only other thing that comes to mind is to increase the power, because at the moment it looks like if we're trying to do everything, we don't get enough power to drive it. Anyway, I'll just add that on the end of the current video, and we may look at it again later, another day. But certainly the photosensitive resistors, switching the transistors on and off to drive the vibrators works. Just giving it a few minutes rest. And we're working again. So yeah, I think it drains too much power anyway. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.